You're known for stepping in during some of the most hard-hitting crises in Memphis and around the world. Catholic Charities of West Tennessee has a new executive director, and so George Nixon is joining us now here on Live at 9. We'd like to thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So you said you're 2 months in. Tell us what brought you to this specific location. Why this?
Yeah, so I'm from Rhode Island, and my wife has connections to Memphis, and I was looking for a new position, new opportunity, and she visited Memphis again to see her friends, came back and said, I think we should move to Memphis. I said, well, let me see what the opportunities are, and the first thing that popped up was this position at Catholic Charities, and I thought, you know, service is really where I'm feeling called right now, and it just worked out beautifully.
Well, what's been like the first 2 months on the job?
A lot of listening. You know, I think when you come into a new position, you really need to pay attention to, you know, where's the organization now? What has it been focused on? What are the top priorities? And then who are all the constituents? Who are the people that we're serving? Who are the people that are doing the serving? Who are the people that are donating, supporting us? So I've been trying to meet as many people as I possibly can. It's been like drinking from a fire hose. It's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful introduction, not only to you know, the organization, but also to Memphis, because again,
Right.
being new here. And what I found here is just people that are incredibly generous.
Right.
The state is called the volunteer state for a reason. It's not just, you know, it's not fake, it's real. And somebody coming from the outside, it's something I experienced and I've already begun to cherish.
Right, and this is the most generous city in the volunteer state, so it's really beautiful. Now, I want to just really bring people back and just have them really think about what Catholic Charities has done. I mean, you step up for people who need to eat food and don't have access to it. You give shelter to people. And then when there are big crises, like when COVID happened, when there was an immigration crisis, can you just talk about some of the things you're known for and some of the vision that you have moving forward that you'd like to address?
Yeah, I think if you look at our mission statement, we're really focused on helping people move from a state of dependency to self-sufficiency. Right? There's real dignity in being able to stand on your own, right? And so many people, because of circumstances, whatever else, that rug's been taken out from under them. So what we do is we try to meet people where they are. Are you hungry today? Well, let us feed you. And over that meal, maybe we talk about the future. Maybe you're kind of signing up for a house. Like, how can we move you into housing if you don't currently have that? Or if you're threatened by losing your house, because we have a lot of people who are just paycheck to paycheck, you know, scrimping and saving just to make it through the month, and it just takes one big medical bill to knock them off of their housing situation, right? So how can we support that? One of the ways we do that is with our mobile pantry, where we provide up like 18 to 20 meals per month per family. Every month they come through our mobile pantry and pick up food, and that just helps offset some of those costs so that they can kind of keep up with the rent. It's not a solution, but it helps them at least keep treading water while we can look for more solutions or more services.
Wow, and if you could talk about just the entry points that people connect with Catholic Charities. So you're saying it might be through the mobile pantry. Is there also kind of like an intake type of situation where people can call, and you know, how does it all work, the ecosystem?
A great example. So I'll give you an example. The other day I was sitting at my desk and I got a phone call. I don't know why it came to me, but it was a man who had been helping a woman in his neighborhood. She was living in a house that wasn't hers. She was basically squatting, and he knew that she was there and would bring her food periodically, but he began to worry because it's starting to get cold, right? So he called us. That's a point of entry. And so I took his name, he had her name, I found out the address, and then I took it to one of our superheroes. Her name is Toriella. She went straight out. She called the person right away, went straight out to offer services to help on that next step. What's the next step to get you to where you want to be? That's just one example of a point of entry, but it happens all the time. And what I would like to do is invite people to come volunteer with us. Because I think if you see firsthand what we're doing, you can be on the front porch, you can be handing out lunch bags, you can see what we're doing, you get a real sense of the impact that we're having, and being a part of it is just so fulfilling.
You do have a fundraiser, so I want to talk about that very quickly. Tell us about it. How can we buy tickets, and how does that work?
Yeah, sure. So right now we're in the middle of our annual campaign. So that's what we rely on. You know, it's kind of lifeblood is donations. So every year we have an annual campaign. So if you are moved by this mission, if you want to be a part of it, one of the easiest ways is just to go on our website and contribute to that campaign. Our website is ccwtn.org. Of course, volunteering. And then once a year, we have an annual event called Cooks and Callers. We just had it in September, but be on the lookout for that because that's a great event.
All right, I have to ask, you've been here, have you had barbecue?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Where have you been? Just really fast. Which ones?
I've been to Corky's.
Okay.
And then I had to try some fried chicken too. So
Okay, Gus's, right? So you went to Gus's?
yeah, I went to Gus's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Try Central Barbecue also, and barbecue shop in Midtown. Anyway, we're going to talk.
Yeah.
George
I'll get
and I
the
are
list.
going to talk. Right, okay. George Nixon, the new leader of Catholic Charities in West Tennessee. Thank you so much. Honored to meet you, and we'll be right back.